And a very good morning to you. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday morning with us. Fighting back from the battlefields of Vietnam to become a four-time Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl team member is a legendary story. It's only appropriate that the center of that story, Rocky Bleier, would help that story come to life on stage in a one-man show called The Play. Pittsburgh Public Theater presents Rocky Bleier and The Play, written by the Post-Gazette's Gene Collier. But there were only 9 performances between December 28th and January 6th. So we're very pleased to welcome Rocky Bleier back to the Sunday Business Page. Rocky, Merry Christmas to you. Welcome back to the show.
Well, thanks, John. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Well,
so thanks for having me today.
You're one of the true Pittsburgh stars, and we all love you, and plus you're a resident of my hometown.
That's right.
So we like that too. Rocky, let me ask you first. I mean, I think part of us, we're thinking about fighting back because we're thinking of Ryan Shazier and the current situation of the Pittsburgh Steelers. You've been through something, a different medical condition.
Right.
But what are your words to Ryan right now?
Well, you know, I think the best thing, you know, that Ryan has going for him is the fact that, you know, being the athlete that he is and the caliber of athlete that he is. I mean, to get where he is today has not been an easy road. I mean, he's gone through obstacles in the past, and maybe this might be the biggest challenge that he faces. And of course, we don't know the extent of the injury, although it's a spinal cord injury of some nature or whatever. But you know, he has worked through problems in the past, and it's really a mindset and how he views himself and what he can possibly do in the future. But we won't know what the results are down the line, and so given the support that he has from his team and from the fans around here, I can't think anything more than his spirits are really uplifted. Right. And so as he goes through this journey, we'll find out what he decides later on.
Well, you're the classic example of the comeback kid, right. Because truthfully, there you were in a hospital, frankly, suffering from injuries in Vietnam, and you get this note from Hurt Rooney.
That's right.
Tell us about that.
Well, you know, and prior to that, and prior to getting that note, I had asked my physician, you know, as what my chances of coming back to play this game of football, because that's what I really wanted to do. Right. And as an athlete, you know, it's like, okay, we've been hurt before, we've been injured before, and he had said to me, correct or not in his diagnosis, I don't think you'll be able to play with the injuries that you had, specifically to your foot and the nerve damage that had taken place, to be able to be the running back that you need to be caliber-wise in the NFL. Well, he kind of, you know, so what happens, you kind of just suck that hope out, you know, as my authority figure, a doctor telling you can't do this. In my mind, shortly thereafter, as you were saying, I got this postcard, and it had 2 lines on it, a very simple postcard, and it said, "Rock, team's not doing well. We need you, Art Rooney." You know, it was like, wow, somebody needed me, or somebody was there. Now, they didn't need me, but it was somebody that had an interest. And it's much like Ryan, you know, he's got a whole support system from a fan base, from the coaching to do whatever is necessary, you know, to get himself healthy so that later on he can make that decision. But my thought process was that, you know, doctor said I won't be able to play, but haven't been injured.
The chief needs you.
But the chief needs me. And it wasn't as if I lost an arm or an appendage of some nature that I couldn't come back and play. And so you just have to work through those processes.
Can you describe for our viewers the injuries that you did suffer in Vietnam?
Well, I mean, I got hit twice in the same day in the same action. One, I got shot through the left thigh. And fortunately, in that case, it didn't really hit any major arteries and or bone. It just took out a big chunk of meat. And the second time, I got hit with that grenade that blew up to my right foot and the end thigh. And so the biggest damage was to the tendons and to the nerve endings and so on. And so I couldn't move the foot, couldn't push off, and so that was a process. That
well, you can see why a doctor would say, hey,
oh, that's right.
You can't play in the NFL anymore.
Because you're supposed to run.
You're right.
You know, one of the great things was I wasn't that fast to begin with, so it didn't affect my speed.
I mean, you turned out to be one of the great running backs in the Steelers. So, you know, let me ask you about the play.
Yes.
Because I think, you know, we think of you obviously in football, and I know you do public speaking, but there's something about standing up on a stage in front of an audience. It's so different, isn't it?
Very much so. You know, and last year when I had the opportunity to do it for the 14 shows that we did, it was a learning experience every night, you know, and every scene that I had gone through, I would say to myself, okay, fine, I got that one done. Okay, now let's get the second one done.
Admit it, you have to be a little nervous. More
Yeah.
so than playing football.
You know, so because the fans are right there, or the people are right there in the theater.
It's a very small theater.
Very small seat, and you look out, and it's not like here or like on the playing field, because it's fans, but they're not like one-on-one. You know, you can see their eyes, you can see their reaction, whether they're laughing or not laughing. And they should be laughing, but they're not laughing. You know, they should get this, or they're shaking their head or whatever it might be. And so yeah, you have a little churning in your gut.
Right, I'm sure that's the case. I mean, I've been on stage. I do it once a year for a benefit, and it's very difficult, I must tell you. So, are you retelling the story then of your life? Is that the focus of the play?
Yeah, the focus of the play is that Gene Collier, who's been a dear friend and has done a wonderful job when he wrote the cheat, great writer, wrote this, and we set it in 3 bars because Pittsburghers like bars.
Well, your dad was a bar owner, right?
That's right. So we set it at in the first bars where I grew up, and so we talk about that aspect, and then we morph into a quote Pittsburgh bar, and then we talk about the Steelers in the early part of the Steelers. And my experience of coming here and then going into the service, and we talk about what had happened in the service and that part of it. And the third bar is my home bar, and it's a reflective kind of a piece, which we talk about the Super Bowls in that regards, and how life changes, and so and Gene's done a wonderful job of having some self-effacing humor in it, and so he's done a great job.
Right. Well, let me finally. We're going to run out of time. I could talk to you for an hour on this stuff, but let's make sure people know that they can go to the Pittsburgh Public Theater.
Right.
The dates again.
From December 28th, so it's after Christmas, December 28th through January 6th.
January 6th. Okay.
So
it's like one showing
every night. So there is at 7 o'clock Saturday, the 30th. There's a 1 o'cks and a 7 o'clock performance.
So folks can go.
So
we've got it up on.
That's right.
On
if you're looking for that last-minute Christmas present. This is a wonderful one to give to your uncles or aunts or grandkids.
I can't have you on the show without asking you. You know, the Steelers play in just a few hours here on
Sunday.
Right.
So, what a game tonight.
Who's going to win?
Well, of course, we should win, and let us put it that way. Now, whether we are capable, you know, the Pats, it comes down because in our minds we will play the Pats hopefully later on.
They are such a tough competitor.
And they're a tough team. Not as tough as they've been in the past this year. You know, they're vulnerable, and so, which is good. They lost last Monday night.
Well, I'm going to go with the great Rocky Bleier. Steelers win.
We got it.
Thank you again. Always great to be with you, Rocky. When the Sunday Business page continues, the University of Pittsburgh's commitment to help